What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, so I got a story for you. This story right here is out of Lakeland, Florida, and it's about an incident that happened at a apartment out there in Lakeland, Florida. Shout out Lakeland. And it's been times where, you know, people have been at other residents where they don't belong, or not they don't belong where they're visiting. And people that live in that area, whether they're at a basketball court or pool or whatever, mainly kids, police get called on them because they're not from there. Sometimes people feel as though they want to go and call, and of course they see strange people in the area, so on and so forth. The reasoning it always varies. But anyway, this video is about a 16-year-old boy who was beat up and tased by two police officers, as the video I'm about to show you. And activists and a lot of other people are up in arms about it. And looking at this video, I can't say that I blame them. And I'll explain why. Take a look at this video and we'll come back and do what we do.
Up at 6 o'clock, extreme force or justifiable after a teenager was punched and tased by Lakeland police on Memorial Day. His attorney insists these officers should be suspended. There is video here that shows the flailing teen being incapacitated by two officers while resisting. They'd responded to an apartment complex swimming pool over a trespassing call on Monday. Well, Fox 13's Evan Axelbank's looking into this for us tonight in our newsroom with the latest. Evan.
The lawyer for the teenager says the police response in this case was extreme and that the 4 charges against 16-year-old Jamal Hudson should be dropped. He also wants a transparent investigation by Lakeland police, especially after charges were just dropped in another case where the same department was accused of wrongdoing. Video of 16-year-old Jamal Hudson tussling with 2 officers before punches are thrown. Disgusted lawyer Lav Microphone.
The test of the morality of a society is the way it treats its children and what it leaves to its children.
He's representing the Lakeland teen who faces charges of battery on an officer, resisting with violence, and trespassing. Hudson had been with friends at the Caroline apartment complex pool off Griffin Road. They were reported as trespassers, which is when police arrived.
I'm so glad that there was an opportunity for people around Jamal to capture this incident on camera.
Before the 28-second video starts, Lakeland officer Christopher McKee wrote that they went to the complex because a caller told dispatchers that several people were in the pool that did not reside there. They wrote Hudson was not willing to identify himself and said he ignored several commands to leave. As the officer tried to arrest Jamal, he wrote that Jamal tensed his body, tried to pull away, and flailed his arms towards Officer Diaz. Hudson struck me in my facial area, one time with a closed fist. The narrative concludes with, we were able to place Hudson in custody after several closed fist strikes and 1 taser deployment.
There's certainly a way to resolve conflicts that way without resorting to such extreme measures as we saw in that video. And he knows that and feels, perhaps embarrassed, like a second-class citizen.
Malcolm argues this is part of a disturbing pattern with Lakeland PD. Given just 2 weeks ago, charges of battery on a law enforcement officer were dropped by the state attorney against Anton Glover, who was also tased in that incident.
I really believe that they have the opportunity to redeem themselves and may use this moment to do it.
Malcolm has asked Lakeland police to at least suspend the officers until their investigation is complete and potentially fire them depending on what the investigation finds. Lakeland police has not responded to our request for comment today, but yesterday they said that Chief Sam Taylor has been informed of the incident, has met with community leaders, and has requested an administrative review. Mark.
All right, sounds like he'll get it. Evan Axelbank in our newsroom. Evan, thanks.
That's the story of what happened to that young man, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's totally fucked up. I do. Yeah, that's a big boy, but he's still a 16-year-old boy. He's not a man. Another thing is this. You tased him when he got on the ground. You could have tased him when he was standing up. He embarrassed you because of his strength. And y'all, both of these cops look like they were scared of him. Let's keep it real. And you punching him, throwing haymakers, hitting him, a 16-year-old kid. And I'm sure those kids told you his age. before all of this stuff happened or before all of that was recorded. I'm sure with all that noise in the background, that video, people were screaming he's 16. Could have known. My thing is this. If it takes 2 cops to physically fight a boy like he's a man to get him subdued to put handcuffs on him, y'all don't need to be cops. Seriously, y'all don't need to be cops. They look like they were scared out of their mind. And they need to be fired. If they're not fired, man, I don't know what to say on this. You give it, and then I want you guys to pay attention to something too. Did you see the way the boy held his hands? He didn't even know how to fight. He didn't know how to fight. And they didn't notice that. He's not really trying to fight y'all. He's scared. You punched him in the face. That second blow, the little short dude with the glasses, when he hit him, that wrecked him. You grabbing him by the hair and all that. You could have put cuffs on him, man. You could have put cuffs on him. What happened to your police training? It's like sometimes when you watch these videos, training go right out the window. If he was as strong as you thought he was and all that stuff, he wasn't going nowhere. You could have called for backup. You could. He ain't going nowhere. You got him subdued. Wait, we can run past y'all? You didn't have to punch on him like that. And that's the thing that cracks me up. And I want you to pay attention to what they said in the report that they wrote. We gave him closed-fisted strikes. They wrote it in there. That tells you what? That's part of the repertoire that they deem legal as officers to subdue somebody. So they went right to it and started punching him in the face. That's messed up. That right there lets you know that some police policies, police are allowed to punch you in your fucking face. What kind of shit is that? It is what it is, though. I mean, sometimes you got customers. You got people that will fight you and physically try to hurt you. You're a man. You got to protect yourself. So I'm not saying punching somebody as an officer. I mean, you're a human being. You're going to protect yourself to get them off you or get them in a position where, you know, they're not going to hurt you. But this boy right here wasn't going to do nothing. They said that he was talking and wouldn't identify himself. Okay, he gave you a lot of mouth. He gave you some mouth, but he wasn't going to do nothing to you. He still recognized you as men. You didn't have to fight on him. Somebody need to be locked up. I think they both need assault charges. They both need to be fired because that's embarrassing. And the police department need to be sued. If that was my child, and I'm being honest with you, I mean, I see a lot of different videos where I'm like, I don't know about that. Sometimes you bring it on yourself. This video right here, I don't care if he was unruly and wouldn't give you his name or nothing, and y'all was going to arrest him. You did not have to punch on that boy like that. You know what I'm saying? He was in a prone position. You had his hair. He couldn't see it coming. One punching from up. That's not cool. Because if it was your kid, you'd be up in arms saying they didn't have to hit my kid like that. Another thing is this. We see how the situation is out here now where law enforcement is not playing because we got a different kind of criminal. Why are we not teaching our kids to not be in a position to have to interact negatively with police? Y'all ever think about that? We don't hear that. We only hear about once it's done. Oh, the kid ain't do nothing, or hey, this or that. In this case, man, regardless of what he was saying, he didn't do nothing to you for you to punch on him like that. That's the thing. You need to educate your kids out here, y'all. For one, they shouldn't be in a position where they have to interact with police in a negative way anyway. If the kid was talking bad, smart to the cop and all this stuff, that's a no-no when I was younger. But you're talking to an adult slick like that for regardless if you got a badge on or not. Where's your sense of respect? Either way, man. Don't know what happened before the video, but from what was shown, he wasn't aggressive, like trying to tackle him. There was no reason to put your hands on him like that. But I mean, that's just me, my opinion. What y'all think, man? Leave me a comment. Tell me, was it right? Or how you would have handled that situation? Because I mean, he's a big dude. He ain't want to put his hands behind his back. You had tasers. They got all of these different ways, pepper spray, all this other stuff. You didn't deploy that. A fist. I'd have rather got tased and punched in the face hard like that. Because they put real strength in that. They was dead arming him. You know what I'm saying? Could have knocked his teeth out. Or better yet, knocked him out cold. He hit his head. Now you got whole nother problem. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.